In this tutorial, we are going to learn how to do the calculation with different types of form controls. In this HTML, I have created a form with the name FRM hello, and there is an input type text which is used to enter the name of the person, and I have two radio buttons, RB male and radio button female, and both the name we set to gender, so the user can select only one of the button. And I have an image gender, and there is a checkbox to check if the person is a child or adult. And we have a drop down list with three options: Abu Dhabi, Dubai and Sharjah, and a button where the user can click, and an input box which is read only, which is going to show the message. So let's execute this. If we open the HTML in the browser, we can see there are different types of controls. We have a text box, we have radio buttons, we have a checkbox and drop down list, and a button image. So when the user enter a name, select the gender and select emirate, and if they check I'm child or uncheck it, and when they press hello, it will display name hello with the name, and if it is male it's going to display Mr. If it is female it's going to display Miss, and you are from the selected emirate. So for example, if I give Abdul male and Dubai, so when I click this button it should display hello Mr. Abdul, you are from Dubai. If I choose I am child, then I'll get the message hello Master Abdul, you are from Dubai. If I choose female, then I'm going to get a message hello Miss Abdul, you are from Dubai. At the same time, I want to display some images based on the male and female. So if the selection is male, I want to have a picture of a male, and if the female, then we can have a picture of female here. Now let's add the JavaScript to do this one. Let us create a new file. This is going to be external JavaScript. I'm going to save this as hello.js and make sure that my path is same with my HTML file. So my HTML is calculation1, and the same path I'm going to store the JavaScript. So we are going to create a function and going to call this function as say hello without any parameters. And inside this function, so as beginning, I'm going to create a variable name, and name will be equals, I'm going to get the value from the document in the txt name value. So we get the name what the user have entered, and we are going to display the message. So I'm going to create another variable message. So I'm going to create a message hello with the given name, and we are going to display this in the text message. So I'm going to use the second method of accessing the element. Since it's in the form, we can use a form hello dot txt message dot value equals to the message. Let's save this file, and now we need to link this JavaScript with our HTML page. To link the JavaScript, we will use the script tag. The type is text JavaScript, and the source file is from our hello.js. Let's put them in the quotes and close the script. Now when I press this button, I need to call the function say hello. So on click event of the button, I'm going to call the function say hello. Save it and let's go and check our code. So when I enter a name and press say hello, I got the message, but it disappeared very fast because it reset the form values once we press the submit. So in the form, in on submit event, I'm going to say return false, so I can see the values of the results. So let's save this and run again. Now this time I'm going to give a name and press say hello. I can see hello Sarah. Yes, so we have to access the text box or number, we are going to use the property called value. Now let's check how to use the radio buttons. So radio buttons could be either selected or unselected. So I can enter the name and I can select either male or female. So here female is selected, male is unselected. We have a property called checked, which will return true or false. So use this property to check whether radio button has been selected or not, and we can do our coding. So let's start with the radio button. I want to check whether my radio button male is being selected. If document dot form hello dot radio button male dot checked. So if it is checked is true, then the user have selected male. So in my message, it's going to be hello Mr. Name. Otherwise, I'm going to say the message hello Miss Name. So if the user select a male button, then I will get the message Mr. If they choose the female, then I will get the message Miss. Let's save the file and check that. So let's run. I'll give Sarah and let's choose female and press say hello. I can get the message Miss Sarah. If I choose male and press hello, I get the message Mr. Sarah. Yes. Now I want the image to be changed to male and female based on what the radio button has been selected. So let's go back and we are going to do the changes here. I'm going to say document dot form hello dot img gender dot source is equals to male dot png. If it is female, then we are going to do the same thing with female dot png. Let's see the file and run this. So let me choose Sarah and make it as female and say hello. So I'll get the image of female. If I choose male and press hello, So I might get message Mr. Sarah and the image has been changed to male. Now when the user select I'm child, I want to display, if it is male, it's going to be master name. If I don't select, then male, it will be Mr. name. If I select and make it as a female, then it's going to be MISS for the female, and if it is not a child, then it will be MS and name. So let's change our code. So I want to check whether the child is being selected. So if it is male, and if in document form hello and the name of the checkbox is chk child, it should be exactly the same as what we have given in the form. So the property is same as the radio button checked. If the check is true, so if the user select male and if check is true, then I'm going to call him as master. If the checkbox is not checked, then we call him as Mr. and the gender picture is male. So we'll repeat the same thing for the female. If the option is female and if they choose the child, it's going to be miss, otherwise my message is going to be yes, Mrs. So let's save this and go and try our program. So I'm going to give Abdul, it's male but not a child. When I click hello, it says Mr. Abdul. When I check Abdul as a child, so it says Master Abdul. So if I change a girl Sarah and female is child, so you can see it's Miss Sarah. If it's adult, then it's Mrs. Sarah. Now when I choose the different Emirates, I want the message to be hello name, you are from which Emirate. So let's check how to do the drop down list. A list box contains a list items and each list item got an index. The index of the first item is 0, the second item is 1, the third item is 2 and goes on. So when the user choose a drop down, there is a property called selected index which will store the index of the selected item. So if the user choose the first item, it will be 0. If the user choose the second item, the selected index will be 1. So let's use the selected index property and set the message. So I'm going to create a variable called index. I just call it as index. The index equals to document dot form hello dot the name of this is DDL Emirate. So the ID of the selection is DDL Emirate dot selected index. So I should be capital. make sure that I is capital and all the other letters are small letters. It is case sensitive. So now we have the selected index. So selected index could be 0, 1 and 2 based on what list item they have selected. Now I can use a condition if the index is 0. So they have selected the first item, which is Abu Dhabi. So I'm going to add the message with you are from Abu Dhabi. Otherwise, if the index is 1, then I'm going to give the message with you are from Dubai. Otherwise, I'm going to give a message if it is not 0 or 1, it will be 2. So I don't need to do a check there. You are from Sharjah, and we are going to display the message in the text box. Let's save this file. Now let's run. So I'm going to give Sarah female and I choose Dubai. I'm not a child. When I press hello, you can see the image has been changed and the message is hello Miss Sarah, you are from Dubai. So if I choose child, hello Miss Sarah, you are from Dubai. So if I choose a different emirate, I can get the different emirate's name here. So this code shows you how to use JavaScript with different types of controls. So when you use a text box, we use the property value. When you use the radio button and checkbox, use the property checked, and for the list item, use the selected index.